Hi, I'm Vivian Maley, Executive Director of the Joseph Maley Foundation, and this is Coffee Chats. This is an opportunity for me to introduce to you our staff and our board, those that work behind the scenes and in front of the scenes at the Joseph Maley Foundation. Today, it's my privilege to introduce to you board member Dan Kindler. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Vivian.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
So let's jump right in. Do you want to share how you came to the Joseph Maley Foundation? It's a little bit of a circuitous path.
Yeah, sure. So I'm an accountant, and through work was assigned the Joseph Maley Foundation to help out with the tax filing, and so through that I got to know you, and then was invited to be on the board after a couple years, and actually was invited to play in the golf outing as well, and so then joined the board, and then a few years after that the treasurer position opened up, and so I think my familiarity with the numbers kind of put me in that spot, so I've been the treasurer the last 3 or 4 years, I think.
Yeah, that's been great. So you sit on our executive board and help us to make some of those big decisions that we have. So you really, more than anybody right off the bat, understand and get to see why our financial sustainability is so important. Can you talk a little bit about the different ways or the different types of funds that come in to support the foundation financially?
Yeah, so basically we have just general donations that come in, some monthly and then some via the annual campaign at the end of the year, largely the annual campaign at the end of the year. And then we have our fundraisers throughout the year, golf outing, run, walk, roll, which obviously bring in a decent amount of our funds. And then in addition to that, we have program revenue, which is an ever-increasing part of our revenue stream. So yeah, really we've got the fundraisers, programs, and then general donations.
Right, and grants too.
And grants are huge and are becoming even more important. It's been great to see, actually.
So going back to our events, I believe you have an event that is your favorite event of all of the events that we have. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, even though I enjoy running, I would say the golf outing is by far my favorite event. It's just such a fun day, and that's actually my first experience with the foundation.
Oh, really?
I was invited by you to play in the golf outing. I don't remember the exact...
Oh, that's right, to play with John.
Yeah, so I played with John and Tony, and found out that day that we actually had a lot in common, our love of IndyCar racing and whatnot. And I think that was really like the first step in the door to being on the board was kind of being a part of the golf outing. But certainly it's stayed my favorite event. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. And I don't know when this will be shown. We're kind of doing some of these before and after some of our events, but right now we're in the beginning of August and our event is in September, so I know you're excited about the golf outing and you're on the committee for the golf outing and are busy recruiting foursomes. So
yeah, so hopefully we think it's gonna be our best one yet. Made some tweaks, and so yeah, really looking forward to it this year.
Great. All right, let's switch to something a little bit different. So I'm going to ask you a few questions. Just answer whatever comes top of mind. Okay. All right.
Got it.
I always ask this because this is Coffee Chats, but no pressure. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
All right. And I'd love to hear that. Let's see. Favorite season?
Oh, that's tough. Summer, I would say.
Okay. Why?
Well, it's not winter, first of all. I don't do well in the cold. My wife works in schools, and so she's off in the summer, and so that's usually when we're traveling. And I don't know. I really don't like cold. I don't like the early months of the year either. So.
Okay. All right. You talked about traveling. Favorite state to travel in?
Well, I think it's Montana, but that's recency bias because we just returned from a trip to Montana. Hawaii is also up there, so one of those two.
Okay, we'll have to get a bucket list from you of different places that we need to travel. All right, so I think we're going to finish up here. I've got one more question for you. All right, if you were to share one reason with our audience why it's important to support the foundation, what would that be?
I think it's the programming. Our programming is so impactful, and all the feedback that we get, I think, reinforces that. And your support of the foundation directly facilitates our programs. And so I I'd say that's it.
Okay, thank you. That's wonderful. If you need more information about our programs, how to support the foundation, or our events, please visit josephmaley.org, and we'll see you next time on Coffee Chats.